Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about the Uber Drive promotion for new drivers in New York City and the way it works. And also what I've learned from this, doing it for the first week. Let's start off this. This is the promotion. You have to make 65 rides. That's going to can be from anywhere. You have to make 65 trips. So it'll say actually on the app how many trips you've done per week. There is some exclusions to this if you happen to pick up outside of the 5 boroughs. So, it's probably best to make 70 trips. I found that actually pretty easy, but I also did drive like 7 days this week. What I did was I didn't try to kill it. 4 hours here, take a break. 4 hours there, take a break. But also within these 65 rides, this is something I believe is new. There's 20 on-peak hour pickups from Manhattan proper. It's 110th Street and below during peak hours. Super important. You have to keep track of this. The app will not. And as I suggest again, I would do 25. Now, I went ahead and started with my 65 rides. I was like, I'll just get to know my borough and, do more of that. And then I found it towards the end of the week. On Sunday, I was stressing a little bit because I had to make 6 in-city rides in 3 hours, 4 hours. So my biggest suggestion, knock out the on-peak hour trips first, earlier in the week. Even if you happen to fall into what I did, I call it the yo-yo effect. What means by that is, okay, you have from, let's say, 9 p.m. to 12 a.m. to get in rides. Okay, I'll go over the hours here in just a minute. Exactly. But say you're picking up in Manhattan. Okay, and then you got an Uber all the way out to JFK. Well, that counts as 1. So you mark it down in your little system, and you just realize that took you an hour outside of the city. Right now it's 10 p.m. Okay, so you're like, oh crap. You didn't wait to pick up something at JFK. You turned off and you drove directly back to the city. That's time, money, and gas that you spent into the yo-yo effect. Same thing when you get hit in the city and you go to the Bronx. Bam, there you go. You're going to have to turn off. This is what I did. If you have a better solution, please leave me a comment. I would love to know how to get out of the yo-yo effect. But it was really important for them to pay for my week of the car rental, and that's what the promotion does. It gives you up to $400 for the first 2 weeks, consecutive weeks, within driving Uber, and as you know, that's going to save you about $400. So it's pretty big. So I kept driving back and forth, and really, the guy at the shop told me about Uber Pool and how this could be really effective. And so you pick up one guy in the city, pick up another guy in the city, pick up another guy in the city, and then you drive to the farthest destination the universe could conjure up. This could be a catch-22. If you do an Uber Pool and say you accept it, and there's one pickup in the city, and then it lasts an hour and takes you way out to Brooklyn, far out, you could lose some of that time period. So I guess just the gist of what I'm trying to say is maybe stick with not using the Uber Pool. I don't know, that's your choice. You can try it if you think you have ample time or you're coming to the end of the 3-hour window. But let me go over the hours of this because I was a little unsure because it was never like literature given to me. So it was just something I wrote down, and I think I misplaced the paper, so I decided to call Uber on the hotline. The hotline is just for drivers only. I will put that down below just in case. But here are the official peak hours in New York City as of today. Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Then again at 9 p.m. to 12 a.m., with the exception of Friday. Friday evenings, peak hours, start at 9 p.m. and go all the way till 3 a.m. Saturday is completely different. It's just 12 a.m., midnight, till 3 a.m. tons of rides during that time. And then Sunday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Great time to get in your trips, but that's also pushing it to the last day, which I did, and it was a little stressful because my third trip, I'm like, okay, I'm knocking this out. Bam, off to JFK. On the way back, guess what? Traffic, tunnels down to one lane. I ended up knocking out, probably about 25, 27 total trips, that I marked down just in case something didn't go right, Now, also this, you rented the car and you're hoping to get that reimbursement. You're going to have to pay for that car out of your own pocket, and they're going to reimburse you. Say today is Monday, so I paid for the car out of my pocket with the earnings I made last week. But then Uber's to reimburse me on Thursday when the check gets direct deposited. So I'll let you know, maybe I do a follow-up if something doesn't. But I completed like 70, 80, 90 rides. So that's not the problem. You can do that around your neighborhood or wherever you feel. But my biggest advice, go for those on-peak hour first. And perhaps start off in the city, get there like 6:30 a.m. and wait till 7 a.m. to turn on, 7:01, turn on. I did that a couple of times because I didn't want a ride to pick me up and take me an hour away, because you have absolutely no control over where you're going. So I did it. I did the promotion. I feel pretty good about it. The second week, I would definitely start off my 20 trips, try to knock those out first, because just catching rides, do a couple Uber pools, you're going to be good. If you have any comments or you have anything that could add to this video, or this channel is all about information to new drivers. So if you're old drivers out there and you're watching this video, please give me your information, give me your comments or any tips, pro tips that you might have. And I look forward to hearing from you. My email address is below. There's a driver link in case you want to get started. I'd love to help you out, answer any questions. Feel free to subscribe, like the video if you like it, and or leave comments. Thanks, guys, and we'll see you on the road.